Full time at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal to Aston Villa 1. 5 wins from 5. Fantastic stuff for Arsenal. As you can see, I'm not at the Emirates Stadium. I'm pretty disappointed not to have been there because it sounded like another terrific atmosphere. And look away now, Richard Keys, look away now, Graham Souness, more scenes of celebration. Arsenal celebrate, and rightly so, because in this league, every single point is precious. Every single point you have to fight for. Have Arsenal had a favourable fixture list? Absolutely. I think basically anyone who's played Bournemouth at this point has had a pretty favourable fixture list. But you can still slip up. It's easily done. The best teams have dropped points this season. Arsenal are the only team with that 100% record. And that speaks to quality, yes, but concentration, determination, the fight they have shown. Whenever a setback has hit, the response they produced has been brilliant. You know, against Fulham on Saturday, they concede, they go up the other end of the pitch and score. Against Leicester, every time Leicester scored, they came back and were a threat themselves, scored themselves. Tonight, concede an equaliser. You worry that a game they should have absolutely won by that point could slip away from them. What do? Straight up the other end of the pitch, and Martinelli scores. That's the kind of response you see from winning teams. That is maturity, character, belief, work rate. The work this team get in off the ball is phenomenal. Odegaard, Martinelli, Jesus, Saka, Xhaka, closing down, closing the space, winning it back, not giving the opposition a second. That first half was scintillating stuff. It was as good a half as I've seen for a long time. It reminded me of, you know, we played this fixture last season and Arsenal were very good against Villa at home, and it was kind of the first shoots of recovery. But this was on another level from that. Arsenal, by right, should have blown Villa away in that half. The quality of the football they played, the chances they created. Could they have been a bit better inside the box, finishing things off? Perhaps. But sometimes it's about getting the breaks. They didn't always get the breaks. Martin has made a couple of good saves, to be fair to him. He also did a couple of favours for us too. We were just fantastic. And you came away from it thinking, well, perhaps we could have scored more goals. I got to say, there were points, about an hour gone, 70 minutes gone in this game, before Aston Villa equalised. I sat back and I thought the same against Fulham when it was poised at 1-1. I sort of thought, if we drop points today, I'll be frustrated, but I can live with it because the quality of the performances are so good. And if you play in this fashion, creating chances, dominating the ball, then more often than not, you will win games. And Arsenal are doing that. And if they keep doing this, obviously they'll be games where things don't go their way, or a refereeing decision costs them points, or a mistake costs them points. But play good football, dominate, threaten, create, and more often than not, you'll come out winners. And we're seeing the benefits of that right now. I don't think this was a well-refereed game. I think Villa were allowed to get away with a lot. There were some heavy challenges going in. They took a really physical approach. Arsenal players seemed to be booked for their first indiscretion. Villa players seemed to get away with a lot more. I think there were 2 VAR calls that didn't really go our way. Personally, I think Saka was fouled by Tyrone Mings, thrown on the floor. I don't understand why you can do that. It's not a penalty. And I have to say, I thought Aaron Ramsdale was impeded on the equalising goal. Arsenal should have been wise to it. Douglas Luiz scored a corner a couple of weeks ago. I think it was in the League Cup from that same side, bent one in. And Arsenal didn't look like they saw that coming, didn't know that that was something he had in his arsenal, if you pardon the pun. Ramsdale will look at it and think, maybe I should have been a bit stronger as a goalkeeper. I can assert myself there. To be fair, that's not customarily a weakness in his game. But when you watch it, I'm pretty sure the guy's got him behind the back. And for that to go to review and still stand on the back of the Saka one, I think it's really disappointing. I guess, you know, the situation we're in is that VAR set a higher bar for intervention this season. But what if the referee on the pitch is doing a really bad job, as I thought he did in this game? For opening goal, look, it was sort of, when it came, it was so much down to Gabriel Jesus being live in the box. He's just electric. And, Xhaka on the overlap, another assist for Granit Xhaka. He's racking them up. Martinez spills it. Thank you, Emmy. And Jesus is just quicker than everybody else. Puts it away. He's deserved that goal. You know, he's only got, I think that's 3 this season. He should have more, really, for the quality of his performances. He deserves more. So I'm happy to see him getting another goal, especially in front of the home fans. But yeah, we could have been out of sight. Bukayo Saka in particular will look back at some of the balls that ricocheted off him inside the 6-yard box and think, how did I not get a goal tonight? One miss in particular from a Martinelli cross stands out. My dog is snoring away in the corner, by the way. So apologies if you're picking that up. What else to say? Anyway, second half, I knew Villa would be better. Of course they were going to get a rollicking from Gerrard. They're fighting for their lives. He's fighting for his job. I knew they'd be better. I knew Arsenal might struggle to maintain that intensity. But they didn't threaten. I mean, I can't think of a good save Aaron Ramsdale had to make in the game. They get the goal from the corner. I don't think it should have stood. Arsenal's heads could have gone down, but that's not what this Arsenal team do this season. They suffer a setback, player makes a mistake, they dig them out. They bail their friends out. And I think that's fantastic. It really speaks to the team spirit. And like I say, the belief. Went up the other end, Martinelli gets the goal. If it wasn't for Gabriel Jesus, I think Gabriel Martinelli would be making a lot more headlines. What he's doing is really impressive. He is... Last season, it was 50-50, really, between Martinelli and Smith Rowe. It's not this season, and Emil Smith Rowe hasn't had a chance to put a foot wrong. Martinelli has just made himself an automatic pick. Fantastic. His work rate off the ball is outstanding. There are moments of roughness around the edges, but you take it because everything he does is so direct, so threatening. Pleased to see him get another goal. Could Martinez have kept it out? Maybe. Like I say, 2 former Arsenal goalkeepers, Leno and Martinez, done us a couple of favours this week. Once a Gooner, always a Gooner. And yeah, just to say other than that, Eddie Nketiah came off the bench. Was quick stop there because my wife called me on my phone that I'm filming on. Just hope the injury's all right. Hope Martin Odegaard's okay. He was fantastic in the first half. I thought he was walking on water. He was sensational at times. His vision, his work rate. He feels football. He feels football. He knows where the right pass is. He knows when Arsenal are on top and they need to pressurise and build that momentum. He feels it. It's in him. And what else to say? Ramsdale. Was he wasting time, buying time, taking a time out? You never know with him. I hope he was, because we just don't know a lot about Matt Turner. It's not a case that we've got Leno on the bench anymore and it's kind of like for like. It might be a step down. We don't know enough about Matt Turner. It's not an ideal place for a Premier League debut anyway, away at Old Trafford. So let's hope Ramsdale's okay. Transfer window closes tomorrow. Will Arsenal do something? I mean, it's getting late. It's getting very, very late. If they look to strengthen an area, it might be central midfield. Sambi Lokonga, I thought, did well tonight. He didn't hurt his chances of securing that number 6 position while El Neni and Partey recover. I think if Arsenal can get a quality player in, they will still do it, but it's just time. Time is of the essence at this point. And, you know, Arsenal did Tomiyasu on deadline day last season, but those wheels were in motion overnight. Maybe Edu's working on something right now. We might find out. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Granit Xhaka, by the way, just one final thought. Certain footballers, they look quicker when they're running forward than when they're running back. I think he might be one of those guys. I'll leave it there. 5 from 5. Love it. Bye.